Hey guys, how's it going? Tyler here again for week 3 discussion post. This week we're talking about formative and summative assessments and what examples of those look like in the classroom. Specifically here we're being asked how would you go about developing and implementing these assessments. So for me, I'm going to hopefully be a science teacher at the high school level, and one thing that I learned a lot in college was that projects, presentations, and tests are a big way to demonstrate what you know. So I think for summative assessments, things like that are going to be fantastic. End of term or even like midterm. Definitely tests, of course. I feel like that's pretty standard across most classrooms, but at this level, at high school level, but also presentations, and probably more so presentations and projects, but presentations would be more like it. I would definitely group these students into groups, maybe base it off of similar interests and have multiple topics available for them to do presentations on throughout the year, and then they can choose whichever one they want to do from whatever chapter they selected and go through it as a presentation with a few fellow classmates at the end of the semester. I think that would be a great way for them to demonstrate what they've learned overall. And of course, tests to show, here's the past like 5 chapters. Let's see if you guys, retained what you learned in the class and at home. So I think those are 2 summative assessments that would work. And then for the formative assessments, I think in-class clicker questions at the end of class periods to kind of summarize what we learned that day are a fantastic way to show, or I guess represent if they've learned anything and see, how well they're retaining that information. It could even work for before class, the next day, for what you learned the day before, you know what I'm saying? So that's one really good formative assessment that would work. And I feel like another really good one that would work would be weekly quizzes, I guess. So it's kind of similar to the clicker questions, but the clicker questions are definitely more like a subtle and not so much pressure, maybe not even graded, more of a participation thing. And we talk about them as a class briefly at the beginning or at the end. And the weekly quizzes would definitely be more of a formal thing. For a grade, what did you guys learn this week? Let's see if you guys are retaining what I'm trying to teach you. Because science is pretty cut and dry for the most part. It's a lot of memorization. So as long as they're retaining the information, I feel like that's a great start. And finally, what kind of barriers do I think I might face, and how would I overcome these concerns? The kind of barriers I'd face are definitely, a lot of. I feel like that's with anything. You find students who aren't retaining the information, and you have to figure out ways to alter the formative assessments. I think more so the formative assessments to have them, I guess, realize what they're missing in the class, realize what they're not connecting on, and then talk to them afterwards. Maybe have more in-class discussions or one-on-one discussions with things that they feel like they're falling behind on, whether they don't understand. But definitely self-evaluation, helping the students do that. That would also be an SEL strategy. So I think things like that would be good resolutions to problems like that. But yeah, I guess on a brief way, that's what I think about formative and summative assessments and how I would implement those in the classroom. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.